So, I'm going to be vetoing this authorization bill. I'm going to be sending it back to Congress, and my message to them is very simple. Let's do this right. We're in the midst of budget discussions. Let's have a budget that properly funds our national security as well as economic security. Let's make sure that we're able in a constructive way to reform our military spending to make it sustainable over the long term, and let's make sure that in a responsible way we can draw down the populations in Guantanamo, make sure that the American people are safe, and make sure that we're not providing the kinds of recruitment tools to terrorists that are so dangerous.
Welcome to the Cryptoteacher. And guys, I come back with that video just to make you think. Now guys, we know we're going to have an interesting 18 days. We have, of course, the Trump march on January 6th. He's all on Twitter saying, "I'll meet you there." But also, guys, we had the NDAA that he vetoed. Now, don't forget, the New World Order does the same thing over and over and over again because the people never pay attention. So, of course, he vetoed this bill. But if we go back, Obama vetoed the bill also, and then it, of course, got passed. But it always gets passed by what? The Congress. The Democrats and Republicans always come together when it comes to the New World Order agenda. Now, of course, we had Trump speak about the bill 230, but it's a whole lot of things in the NDAA bill that will raise flags. I've been over it several times where they can actually do propaganda in the United States. False events. They're actually funding these false events in the U.S. Of course, we know they do that over in other countries, but we clearly know our media is only owned by 4 corporations. It's all lies, guys, and we understand that. But another interesting thing, I'm going to get a little off subject, is that it's very interesting that we have not heard Trump speak about this Bitcoin price. Of course, he's always saying the stock market is at all-time highs. He hasn't said anything about Bitcoin getting to the price that it is. Now, if it was any other president, if it was Obama, Bush's, Clinton's, I understand that. But Trump has always been presented as this great businessman. So not one time have we had any conversations about this, but I go back to the Executive Order 13772, where crypto was clearly in that because we had Ripple in that document. So guys, it's very, very interesting the setup that the New World Order is doing. But just like I stated, we definitely are going to have a crazy 18 days of distractions. Nothing real, because remember, the New World Order allows you to see the things they want you to see. So all this is in our face for a reason. Do not fall for the Hegelian dialectic. Remember that Trump vetoed this bill. Republicans go behind his back and go with the Democrats on this bill. Because why, guys? Because we know this is a New World Order agenda. You have to understand that when it comes to any of these bills, they always come together when it's an agenda. I need for you to understand that the bird has what? 2 wings in order to fly. So yes, guys, they will argue about the $2,000 stimulus because what? That's for the people. It's not for the New World Order. So guys, we went from 600 to 2,000. But my question is, what happened to the 1,200? Why didn't they pass the 1,200? The reason why, because they brought in another figure. So therefore, you can fight 2,000 instead of just giving the amount that you were supposed to give, which is the 1,200. The 1,200 has gotten lost. But that's how easy it is to distract the masses, guys. Do not forget about that. But when it comes to this NDAA bill, it's very important when it comes to the propaganda and social media. Because now we see social media has a bigger effect than the regular media. Because a lot of people don't even watch television at all. They're normally on apps. So the fact is that when you have Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and basically they're able to censor Facebook, they're able to censor these things, That only allows the sheep to see what they want them to see. And that driver is so important, because the fact is that if we look at China and the influence that they're about to have, if you look at the films and everything, a lot of these propaganda movie theaters and movie production companies, China actually own, and China is going to be the world's largest movie distributor. Do not forget that, guys. Everything is going to be based off China. Remember, China is 10 years ahead of us when it comes to this fourth industrial revolution, and that was set up on purpose, going all the way back to Reagan. A lot of this was all set up during Reagan's time. So, guys, you have to keep up with this. Get yourselves in a great financial position, so then, therefore, you're not caught up in what's about to happen. Because we know once they turn on the Skynet, guys, there's no going back. And basically, if you're looking at all of these films that are getting the people in the United States ready, just look at the films. I know y'all see it the same way I see it. They're just basically doing predictive programming. Now, we had McConnell and Nancy Pelosi house get vandalized. But guys, we don't see any video. Now, we know if this was true, this would be on videotape, because we know that basically these successful millionaires have cameras all around their home. So guys, all this was an actual staged event. Guys, I can't say this enough, that media is just used to distract you, keep you away from real problems, real events that's happening. And guys, do not forget, I'm going to leave you with this from Khrushchev in 1956. It said they will take America without firing not one shot. They're going to destroy you within. And we see that happening today. Don't forget, when it comes to the New World Order, everything is planned out. Y'all have a wonderful day.
But he doesn't want to be, number one, embarrassed. Number two, he said, let's wait till after the election. Maybe Sleepy Joe Biden's going to win. And if Sleepy Joe Biden wins, you'll own the United States. And China will own the United States. China's paid us, you know, from the Wall Street Journal, hundreds of billions of dollars. Is that right? Tariffs. And we gave a lot of that money, a small percentage, but a lot of money to the farmers. And it kept the farmers going great. Right? But hundreds, we're getting tens of billions of dollars in tariffs. And by the way, for those of you that say, oh, we're paying, China devalued their currency in order to pay these. We didn't pay. China paid. They don't like to write that. They also added money into their system. So they paid for that. No, I think you have numerous countries waiting to see whether or not Sleepy Joe wins, because if Sleepy Joe won, they own our country.